Hello and welcome to the Intermittent Fasting Gems with Jen podcast. I'm your host, Jen, a middle-aged Michigan mama, wife, and teacher who in 2021 stumbled upon this crazy cool thing called intermittent fasting. And before I knew it, I'd lost 46 pounds in 4 months and gained an incredible lifestyle filled with complete food freedom. If you're hungry for unique, no-nonsense fasting tips that actually work, you're in the right place. So whether you're walking the dog, folding that last load of laundry, or cruising to your 9 to 5, let's start fasting our way to freedom together. Hello to all of my amazing, fabulous, super awesome fasting friends out there. Thanks so much for being here and for listening today. We have made it to our final part of our Intermittent Fasting and Weight Loss Jumpstart Plan, Week 3, Part 3, which means if you are tuning in today and you haven't listened to Part 1 and 2 of this series, I highly recommend going back and taking a quick listen to those 2 episodes, number 65 and 66, and then making your way back to listen to today's episode. So today I have 5 final powerful tasks for you that will round out our Jumpstart Plan. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this thing. All right, so a reminder that this is an add-on plan. So I definitely want you to keep doing what you've been doing. We're just leveling up a bit and making a few tweaks to last week's tasks. So for this week, task number 1, continue fasting for 18 to 20 hours each day, but if you can bump it up to 22 hours for a 22 and 2 OMAD or 1 meal a day schedule, that is even better. And it should get you even better results. If 18 to 20 hours has been pretty easy peasy for you, the bump up to 22 hours shouldn't be too bad. However, if you really struggled with the 18 to 20 hour fasts, then your body is still probably adjusting to this fasting thing, and you need to kind of build up your fasting muscle a little bit more. So you can just stick to the 18 to 20 hours for a bit longer until you're comfortable with pushing it to that 22-hour mark. But if you're feeling good, you are probably starting to get into that fat-adapted mode. And if you can try to do an OMAD a few times in the next week or so, I really do think you'll be very pleased with your results. OMAD is kind of my jam. And although it says in the title that you're just eating 1 meal a day, I actually do it a little bit different with a small snack while I'm preparing dinner, then a nice sized dinner, never counting calories, just eating as much as I want until I feel satisfied, and then finishing a little while later with a healthy dessert. I have a blog post that explains all about how I do OMAD and why I love it so much. I'll leave the link to that post in the show notes for you. All right, moving on to task number 2 for this final week of the plan. I'd like you to begin being intentional about and ending your eating window with a healthy fat food, like full-fat Greek yogurt or 1 to 2 of my awesome coconut oil fat bombs. 10 of the best healthy fat foods for doing this include avocados, coconut oil, walnuts, salmon, macadamia nuts, eggs, pumpkin seeds, olive oil, almonds, and, as I mentioned earlier, full-fat Greek yogurt. The Too Good brand is my favorite for a whole bunch of awesome reasons, like it's low sugar, it's low carb, pretty high protein, all that jazz. Okay, so any of those that I mentioned, healthy fat foods, are an excellent way to end your eating window. Except for maybe olive oil. Don't just drink olive oil. But anyways, all the other ones are great for ending your eating window for the day with, before entering into your next fasting period. And that's because these foods are going to help you feel fuller for longer and allow you to comfortably fast easier and way longer into your next fast the next day. I personally like to end my eating window each day with something sweet, which is why my go-tos are most often Greek yogurt topped with some berries. And my most favorite way is to eat 1 to 2 of my keto coconut fat bombs. They are delicious, low carb, low sugar, and made with coconut oil and protein powder. So you even get some protein in them. I will leave the link to that very easy recipe in the show notes for you below. All right, moving on to task number 3 for the week. Let's start adding a little strength training to your routine, aiming for 2 to 3 days a week. Again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy or anything too time consuming either. You can find all sorts of awesome free strength training workouts on YouTube. I personally have found that kettlebells are a very effective and fun strength training tool. My 2 favorite YouTube kettlebell workout channels are Caroline Gervin, who has a 15-minute and a 30-minute full body kettlebell workout that is amazing. And I also like Juice and Toya. They are both great, and I bet you will love them as much as I do. I'm not going to go into why strength training is so important when you're trying to lose weight, and especially when you're trying to do it with intermittent fasting. I have a full blog post on that, which I'll leave the link for, but just know it really is a key component to reaching your health, fitness, weight loss, and intermittent fasting goals. Task number 4 is to complete your first 36-hour extended fast. If you are feeling good, I say maybe give it a try toward the end of this last week of the plan. If you are still struggling, no problem. Just stick with your 18 to 20-hour fasts for a bit longer until you feel like you're ready, and give it a try. You can totally do it. You'll definitely want to take your raw electrolyte supplement around hour 20 to 22, though. That's really going to help you to push through, and it's going to make you feel way more comfortable. I would highly suggest going back and listening to episode number 37 of this podcast, where I give you 11 simple tips to help you when completing your first extended fast. Oh my goodness, we have made it to the 5th and final task of the whole plan, and that is to celebrate all that you have accomplished over the last 3 weeks. I am so darn proud of you. However, after you take a moment to celebrate, it is equally as important to make sure that you don't stop what you have been doing, because you now have an awesome jumpstart on a brand new, incredible fasting journey. Intermittent fasting is your new lifestyle now, and you are going to love it. All right, so just to quickly recap our tasks for this final week. Task number 1, try and get a few OMADs, 1 meal a day, or 22 and 2s in. Task number 2, begin ending your eating window with a healthy fat food like Greek yogurt or one of my yummy coconut oil fat bombs. Task number 3, add some strength training to your routine. 2 to 3 days a week is great. And be sure to check YouTube for some free and fun strength training workouts. Task number 4, complete your first extended fast. And finally, task number 5, celebrate all that you have accomplished, and then keep doing what you're doing because you are ready to rock this new intermittent fasting lifestyle. If you've been here with me listening to this 3-part series, diligently implementing each new weekly set of tasks, you would most definitely benefit from my 6-week intermittent fasting and weight loss masterclass video course. In my course, I go into way more detail regarding all of these tasks, and I also give you new intermittent fasting tips, tricks, and recipes to try, as well as troubleshooting ideas when challenges come up. If this is you, I want to help you, and I am going to give you a super deep special discount on my course. If you send me an email at sowhatifwithjen@gmail.com, it'll be in the description below, and let me know that you are ready to take your IF journey to the next level, I will email you back a secret discount code that will give you a giant $30 off discount to my masterclass, meaning you will get my course and have it forever and ever for just $19, the absolute biggest discount I've offered yet. All right, my fabulous fasting friends, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Get out there and get your fabulous fast on. I'm super excited for you. Reach out to me and let me know how things are going. I can't wait to connect with you again very, very soon. Have the best day ever. Hey, thank you so much for choosing to spend part of your day listening to this episode of the Intermittent Fasting Gems with Jen podcast. If you think these tips could help a friend or a family member, please consider sharing this episode with them. And if you really enjoyed the show, taking a minute or two to leave a positive review would be so appreciated. Tune in for new 15 to 25-minute episodes released on the 10th, 20th, and 30th of each month. Episodes will feature solo shows filled with IF hacks that have worked for me, as well as episodes where I get to chat with fun folks of all ages who've experienced incredible success with intermittent fasting. If you have questions or want more unique intermittent fasting health and weight loss tips, tricks, and recipes, please visit my website and blog at sowhatifwithjen.com. Finally, we'd love to welcome you into our free intermittent fasting Facebook support group, So What If with Jen. Find all of these links in the show notes below. And as always, I hope you spend your day loving without fear and laughing until your cheeks hurt.